Hey guys, I'm Ashley Parker and I'm here to talk about our traditional sensory system, their organs and their functions, such as your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and your skin and stuff like that. These organs help us with our sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. These then send our senses to receptors who relay the information to sensory neurons who get our information to and where they need to go within the nervous system. The eye takes in the physical stimuli of light rays and turns them into electric and chemical signals to the brain, and then it turns that into images. The eye is made up of three main layers: the sclera, which includes the cornea, the carotid, which includes the pupil, iris, and lens, and the retina, which includes receptor cells. There are two types of photoreceptors, rods and cones. They're sensitive to light but do not see colors, and cones pick up colors but is less sensitive to dim light. The system requires communication from the eyes and the core of the central nervous system, which is the brain. All vision is based on magnetic rays. These rays pass through the cornea as light, and then the pupil acts as a gatekeeper to let in as much or as little light as necessary to see the image properly. As you can see right here, the pupil is the little black thing in your eye, and that's the one that acts as a gatekeeper. Well, behind the pupil is the lens, which is right here, right there, and it kind of seems like a lens in a camera. It acts as the same thing. It's shaped kind of like it too, but anyways, then the lens adjusts the focal length of the image in the back of the cornea, and then that's when the cones and rods give the image color and shadow, and then transfer through the optic nerve, which is right here, if you can see right there, that send the signals to the brain. The ears are a sense of sound perception. Hearing is mainly about vibration. Mechanoreceptors that turn motion into electric nerve pulses. These are located in the inner ear. This is a mechanical sense because the vibrations are mechanically conducted from the eardrum to a series of tiny bones to some hair-like fibers in the inner ear. The ear is divided into the outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear, which they each have a specific function in the process of hearing. The outer ear is responsible for the collection and amplification of sound. It also turns sound waves into vibrations, protecting the inner ear from damage. And as you can see right there on that outer part is the outer ear. And then you have the middle ear, which is this little part right here. And the inner ear is made up of the eardrum, cavity, and ossicles. Sound from the outer ear travels through the middle ear and turns them into vibrations also. As it travels, it becomes louder and changes from air to liquid. Next, we have the inner ear, which is this part right here, as you can see in the diagram. The inner ear includes the semicircular ducts, cochlear, and the auditory tube. The concho takes up the fluid vibrations of sound from the surrounding semicircle ducts and translates them into signals that are sent to the brain. The brain and the auditory system work together to control how we hear and how we balance ourselves. Taste refers to the capability to detect the taste of substances. The sense of taste often is confused with the sense of flavor, but that is a combination of taste and smell. Humans receive taste through the sensory organs called taste buds. These are located on the upper part of the tongue. Many people don't understand that when you taste the flavor of food, they think that you just get it from just your tongue. That's not true. If you did not have a nose and could not smell, then you would not know how to taste anything, or anything wouldn't have any flavor. Because flavor depends on odor, texture, and taste. You know, like when you're sick and you can't smell anything, you really can't taste anything either because your nose is being blocked off. Isn't it cool that we have 4 main tastes right here? You have bitter, sour, sweet, and salty, and they're on different parts of your tongue. Isn't that cool? Those are the only places you can really taste those. Like if you put something sweet on the back of your tongue, you probably wouldn't be able to taste the sweetness of it. It's crazy. Smell is a chemical sense. There are hundreds of olfactory receptors. Odor molecules possess a variety of features. The receptors pick up odor more or less strongly. Odor molecules are detected by olfactory receptors. These chemical signals are transformed into electrical signals and sent to the brain, where they are perceived as smells. Here's just some fun facts I found about smell. People can detect at least 1 trillion distinct scents. Scent cells are renewed every 30 to 60 days. Women have better smell than men. Dogs have nearly 44 times more scent cells than humans do. And each human has their own distinct odor. Pretty cool. This sense is the perception resulting from activation of the neural receptors, such as the skin and hair follicles. This deals with touch, pressure, pain, temperature, position, movement, and vibrations. The stomatosensory system is a 3-neuron system. Impulses are carried from the receptors to the dorsal root ganglia. This is where the first neurons are located. The spinal cord holds the second order of neurons. This carries touch, pain, and temperature sensations. Then they head to the thalamus or the cerebrum. Well, I hope I've taught you a little bit about the traditional sensory system and its organs, such as vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. I had a lot of fun learning about it, and I'm glad I got to share it with you.